I appreciate the people that came out, support our guys. It's nice to get a W, of course. Tim Kraft and his staff do a great job. They played really hard. I thought they played harder than we played. Thought they played more physical than we played. They were very prepared. He had a great run. Gardner Webb, he'll do the same thing there at Western Carolina. Scored it. We made shots. Did a lot of good things offensively. We didn't guard very well. We didn't. We really wanted to take a step defensively in the right direction tonight, and a little down. I'm a little disappointed in our effort overall. Defensively, lack of communication, some miscues, it's just not important enough to us right now. It's got to be more important defensively, collectively, and we've got to be more committed collectively if we're going to guard some high-level offenses in the SEC. So we'll get back to work tomorrow and hopefully defend at a higher level on Monday.
Santo just was kind of echoing that he feels like this team has more, especially defensively. What do you think contributed to that tonight? Obviously, the guys are on break, but just what do you think contributed to that effort tonight?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it right now. It potentially, and I'm not into giving our guys excuses, but the positivity, the ranking, that positive noise that can be poison at times, especially for young people. It's harder to respond to that positivity. We've talked about it ad nauseum, and what's wild is that we're really working in practice, had a sharpshooter round, and guys competed the last couple of days in practice at a really high level. And so, under the lights at home, we got to take more pride in what we're doing, really in everything, but especially defensively. That's the only thing that I can think of. And obviously, I don't want to take anything away from Western Carolina. They finished at the rim really consistently, and every time they shot fake, if they shot faked right now, we jump. And we've got to do a better job with having more discipline. We're really proud of Sompto. He's out there playing with a mask, flying around. Has not missed reps in practice. I was completely swollen shut a couple days ago, blocking and altering shots, gets a double-double. I thought Justin Bailey played really, really hard. Wish we could keep him out of foul trouble a little bit more. But we need some more guys to embrace excelling and taking pride in guarding.
Jeremiah had a big night scoring, but there were quite a few different guys that scored quite a bit. How dangerous is this offense when you've got 5-6 guys who are be able to be counted on to score at a pretty high?
I think we're hard to guard. And I don't know that we did just a great job executing tonight, but collectively we pass it well. We can space you with lineups where 4 and 5 guys can make shots. It was nice to see Kareem hit one. I thought he did some good things too. I thought Jake played hard. Those freshmen were pretty good, but overall our guard play it's pretty good. I think it's a little bit underrated. We can get downhill. We've got pretty good speed. Our push and transition has been pretty good, and when we're making shots, we're difficult to defend. Again, we've got to complement that with stepping up defensively.
The Somto question, he had 13 points against Cincinnati, 14 tonight. A guy's career high. Is he doing anything different at all from an offensive standpoint to kind of step up in that regard?
No, I think for Somto it's more about understanding how to avoid fouls and just staying out of foul trouble, complemented by improved cardio wind. He's halfway through his sophomore year. He's able to play a little bit harder for a little bit longer, and that'll continue to improve as he develops, throughout his career. But probably a combination of those two things.
Mentioning Sompto when he was in here, just kind of paraphrasing, but he was like, we should not be giving up 82 like in a game like this. But what does that tell you when he's in here? I mean, that's still, I think, a 30-point win to be getting that message across.
It means we're about the right stuff right now, and I think we will be tomorrow, but we need to be about the right stuff when we tip it up Monday night, and not for 10 minutes, but for 40. And that's what your ceiling is, and that's what we're all shooting for as coaches, because I love coaching this group. They're tremendous. But, again, I just know what's coming in our league, and that's why you play these games. You don't play these games to see how many threes I can make, or, can I go make an and one play, or, and we did a lot of that stuff, and that's what puts more pressure on you, really, as a staff, we're scoring it so much easier than we've scored it here at Georgia, in the first 3 years. That if we could, again, complement that with being a level better defensively, be a pretty good team.
On that note, how much of that element of thinking they could have played better, wanting to get better, is just embedded in the team versus it sort of develops as the season goes on?
We're searching for, again, that word ownership I used earlier. That's the challenge to these guys post-game and really daily in practice. We've got a quiet team, not outside the lines, but we need more challenging, peer accountability. And so I've got to do a better job of trying to put our guys in positions where we can practice that, right? Put our guys maybe in more difficult positions and practice defensively. We've just got to find that balance. We're doing a lot of good things. And when you're scoring 100-plus and still sharing it, those are all really positive things. We got to put it all together.
Any other questions?
You went 10 deep pretty quickly in the game. I'm curious, again, looking at the SEC, as are you using this last stretch of your non-conference games to get maybe sharpen that rotation a bit, or do you think with your style you're going to continue to be that deep when you get into conference play?
We're going to keep giving guys opportunities, and we're going to continue to evaluate lineups, and also evaluate lineups in different situations defensively and offensively and against different teams. And until we get to the point where I feel like we need to shorten it to 9 or 10 guys or 8 or 9 guys, we're going to continue to play the way we're playing. I like the 11 we're playing a lot. They all have bright futures. They're all really good people. Again, I don't know who not to play, but if we get to a point where a guy's really struggling consistently, sometimes organically, your rotation shortens itself. I hope that doesn't happen, because I like to see all of these guys have success.
Coach, just how are the freshmen coming along? Obviously, Kareem and Jake play a lot, but how's Jackson been coming along,
Mm-hmm.
and just what do you see these guys kind of going in their development right now?
Yeah, Jackson had a really good practice. It was either yesterday or the day before. Had a really good day. He's improved his athleticism and his conditioning, like Santo's done such a good job with. Really skilled passing, shooting, big guy who's got a chance to be a good player. And then Jake and Kareem are getting opportunities, of course. Jake's playing with great energy, did some good things, coming off a game where he struggled a little bit offensively with some decisions in a big game against a high major team where we didn't find a lot of flow in that one. And Blue, arguably his best game, and so Jake didn't play quite as much in that one, but I thought he was very good tonight. And Kareem Stagg is just, he's a really talented guy like Jake, different of course, but Kareem's the only guy, I probably don't say this enough and give him enough credit, but he's the only guy on our team that's playing multiple positions, the only guy that has to learn offensively and defensively all the nuances of everything we're doing from the 4, and with what we do offensively and defensively at the 4, it's almost interchangeable at times with the 2 and the 3, right? And then know everything we're doing at the 5. So he really is playing 4 positions for us, and he's 18 years old. It's really incredible. He's really detailed, he's really smart, and he's really talented, and he's going to be a heck of a player.